BCN just announced the camera awards for 2024. Canon, Sony, and GoPro win big, but one company is disrupting the mirrorless segment, which is good news for all of us. Stick around after this short message for all the data, analysis, and what the data doesn't explain. But first, subscribe to stay up to date on the latest camera news. And for all the minor news stories, all those news stories not quite big enough to have their own separate video, follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. Canon takes the #1 spot for digital cameras with integrated lenses with 22.6% of the market. Kodak is in second with 20.7%. And Fujifilm, well, they round out third place with 18.1%. This compares to 2022 when Sony was on top with 22%, but disappeared completely in 2023. While DSLR camera sales continue to slip, Canon and Nikon still continue to ship a decent amount of product. Canon still remains king with 77.1%, Nikon takes 17.1%, and Ricoh is in a distant third with 5.8%. And not a lot has changed over 2022. Canon is still the king of digital SLR cameras, but with a slight gain. The biggest growing segment in the camera world is the mirrorless segment. In 2022, Sony was in second place with 29.4% to Canon's 31.7%. But last year, Sony increased their lead to 34%, toppling Canon, falling to 28.3%. And that's a really big gain by Sony, or to put it another way, a really big drop by Canon. But there is one thing to pay attention to. Now, there's one thing about the data. This data, while comprehensive, it's all sales data for Japan, not the world, not the Americas, not Europe, not Asia, and especially not the big market of Antarctica and Tasmania. Yeah, I'm just playing around a little bit, but to put this into context, this is a rather large sample size. This is showing the Japanese market, and it does kind of, well, it helps validate that information we're seeing from Yodobashi, where we didn't see an awful lot of Canon mirrorless cameras in the top 10, at least not as we watch the data throughout the year. Moving over to the action camera market, GoPro is still king with 53.7%, but that's a drop from 57.7% in 2022. DJI also lost market share in 2023, dropping from 20.5% to 15.9%. But now I want to jump back to 2019 to give us a 5-year trend. Canon was certainly king in the mirrorless world with 31.6%, and Sony, look at them, they were in a distant third of 22.7%. And Sony has stated this many times that they want to be, they've set their goals, their vision is to be the #1 camera maker in the world, the #1 stills hybrid camera of full frame cameras, APS-C cameras, medium format, micro four thirds, whatever it is in that marketplace. Sony wants to be in the #1 position. And in the last couple of years alone, they've made huge gains. Now, this data is just from Japan. But if we take a look at, well, worldwide data from previous years, we can see that Sony has jumped all the way from a distant third to a very solid and comfortable second place with 26.1%. And while Canon maintains a dominant position as the #1 camera retailer in the world, camera manufacturer in the world, with somewhere around 45, 46, or 47%, that's including both DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. But we all know that mirrorless is the future. Even Canon admits this. And since 2020 have been on a really big push to produce and replace a lot of their DSLR cameras with mirrorless versions. And here in early 2024, we're supposed to get, and are going to be getting, an announcement of the Canon EOS R1, their flagship mirrorless camera, a final replacement of the DSLR, the 1DX Mark III, released back in January of 2020. But again, it's very important to reiterate that we're dealing with BCN data. And while BCN data provides comprehensive data and analytics for the Japanese market, it is just the Japanese market. And we should get that data very soon, showing who is the #1 camera maker in the world. I'm willing to predict it's still Canon, but have they lost market share in 2023? Has Sony gained market share in 2023? Sony actually lost a little bit of market share in 2022, but with everything that they announced in 2023, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they increase their share to 28 or even 29%. And Canon, could they have slipped down to the low 40s? Well, we'll just have to see we should get that information very shortly. Now, there is one more data point that I want to bring up. I'm really surprised that of all of you watching right now, only 30% are subscribers. That leaves some 70% that aren't. So if you're still watching, please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really does help this channel grow. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. But more importantly, tell me why. It really does help this channel grow for me to understand what you like and what you don't like. And another thing you can really do to help this channel out, if you're looking at buying camera gear, that includes lenses, bodies, and accessories, and you're looking at purchasing them from Adorama, B&H, or Amazon.com, then please consider using my affiliate links in the description down below. I've got them right here on the screen. They really do help my channel grow. I get anywhere from 2 to 12% back, and that's what funds the purchases of this channel. Believe it or not, all those ads, the revenue from those ads that you're watching there, the ones that you're forced to watch or the ones that you skip over, that's a small portion of the revenue that I actually get. If it wasn't for the affiliate link or the revenue from affiliate links, I just wouldn't be able to have this as a possible business. And based on the outcomes of 2024, this could be my sole business. That would be really impressive. I was really impressed with how everything went in 2023, but enough of that. I just want to say a big thanks to all of you that have used my affiliate links. A big thanks, it really does help. But at the same point, as much as I appreciate you using my affiliate links, if you do have a local camera store, then consider reaching out to them as well, because it's a tough market out there, and there's nothing like walking into your local camera store, getting advice. I love that tactile experience. And while I do love getting a package like I did last night with a new eyepiece from my Canon EOS R5, there's nothing like walking into a camera store and seeing all that stuff, what you wanted to go in and purchase, but seeing so many other things. I kind of equate it to being a 9-year-old and walking into a candy shop. It's just absolutely incredible. Anyhow, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.